Every May since 1948, North Dakota Game and Fish waterfowl biologists have conducted a spring breeding duck survey.
It's 8 transects that run north and south, basically from the South Dakota border to the Canadian border, and we run them with 2-person crews on roadsides, and we count all the wetlands that have water in them, classify them by the type of the wetland, and also count all the ducks, and then speciate the ducks, and go into what kind of social groups we're seeing, if we're seeing pairs or males sitting by themselves.
Szymanski says breeding duck numbers are up this year.
Overall, our duck numbers are pretty good. 3.34 million breeding ducks in the States, still a very high number. We just have to hope for wetlands to hold up throughout the summer for brood habitat. We are going to struggle in some parts of the state for good reproduction because of loss of nesting habitat like CRP over the last 10 years. But overall, we should be sitting pretty good.
Individual duck species like mallards are doing well, too.
Our mallard numbers are up about 15%. That's always important to folks. What we're not seeing so much are blue-winged teal. They did come up a little bit, but we think a lot of blue-winged teal hung up in South Dakota where they have excellent wetland conditions this year, and that's just kind of what happens when birds are moving north.
Abundant winter snow and recent rains have made some parts of the state very wet, but overall, the state's wetland index is near the long-term average.
The prairie wetland ecosystem is well known for going dry and getting very wet over short periods of time, and it's important for the productivity of those wetlands to actually dry up and re-wet during their natural processes. So we are seeing quite a bit of re-wetting in the southern and eastern part of the state.
Szymanski says this year's breeding duck index ranks 22nd out of the 72 years the survey has taken place. This is Mike Anderson in the North Dakota Outdoors.